Hi guys, and welcome to K Koala. If you don't know who I am, my name's Kaona, and welcome to my second ever video. So today I will be doing a book haul, or as I like to call it, restocking the library, because I have a lot of books. Before we start, please excuse the mess that is me. Just came out the shower, so my hair is not exactly amazing, but we're all friends here. Doesn't matter, does it? Okay, so just one big shout out to my friend Jess, who has informed me that she did enjoy my first video. She'll probably be the only one who does, but give it a try. And I may be doing a video with her on Tuesday, not sure what day it will be, but it will be soon. So thank you, Jessica, for your support as always. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing it in two sections. This is throughout June and also the start of July, what I have read and what I will be reading. Some books I did order from Amazon and they came yesterday, and believe me, I was so excited. I've been waiting for these books for a long time, well, a couple of days, but it seems like a long time to me. This video will consist of what I've been reading and what I have been enjoying in the last month. Also, these are just my opinions, so if you want to read these books, go ahead and read them. If I don't necessarily like them, or I'm a bit, wary about them, that's just my opinion. Feel free to read them yourselves. Also, if you have any recommendations, please don't hesitate to comment down below. If you disagree with my opinions, then also let me know. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram or Pinterest. Links will be down below. And check out my blog, because I will be doing a review of a book that I have read recently. And also, one of my books has not yet arrived from Amazon, which is strange because my package of books arrived and that came from further away, but this one might not come till the 30th of July and I don't want to wait that long. So I've decided that when it does come, instead of doing another video or redoing this one, I'll just put a review of it or first impression on my blog, so go check that out. Okay, so we're going to start with the books that I got last month, ones that I haven't necessarily read yet. Some I have, but majority I haven't yet read. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, come on in. In the town that I live, there is a shop that sometimes does some really amazing deals on books, and for these next couple of books I got them for about £1. I don't know how much that is. It's about €1.27 in euros, I think. Not sure about dollars or even if you can get them there. So the first book that I picked up is called Jane and Prudence by Barbara Pym? I'm not exactly sure. I read the first couple of pages. I didn't really engage with the book, but that's not the book's fault. It's mainly because I was reading another book at the time and I was seeing if I could take a break, but I was really engrossed in that book. Okay, so from what I know about these two characters, they are completely different. So Jane is like the older one. I think she's about 20 years older. Might be wrong, might be right, I don't know. She's a vicar's wife, she leads a simple life, and she feeds chickens. This is what I've read on the back. Prudence is a hothouse flower, apparently. Like, I always imagine a flower in a greenhouse. Oh, it's so hot in here. And apparently she has, and I quote, the most unsuitable affairs. Really reminds me of like Victorian England. This book is actually written quite a while ago. It was written in 1953, so that's what, 60... oh my god, that's 61 years ago. Has since passed away, but she has been recommended to me by some people, and I don't know, I am kind of looking forward to reading it. I'm not sure, for some people, I don't find it that... I'm using my iPhone to record this because the camera's not working, so if it looks a bit different, it's because it died. But as I was saying, I don't struggle with the language because, although it was written 50 years ago, it's not too bad to understand. It's just a little bit different because obviously times were a lot different back then if you think about it. But some people might not really enjoy it because it's not so far in the past. It's not a Dickens or Thomas Hardy or Hardy, I can't remember his name. It's not for everyone, but I kind of looking for it's something I would read maybe on a day where I'm just not really that into doing anything, I suppose. This book I got is called Pirate King, and it's by Laurie R. King. Never noticed that. R. King. It's like a pirate name. It's like R. King. I don't know what I'm on about either. Anyway, when I picked this up, I thought, oh, this is going to be a pirate book, or yeah, I just thought it was going to be a pirate book. But it wasn't until, because when I'm in the shop and I read the blurb, as it's called, I don't actually properly read it, I just kind of skim it. I'm like, la, 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 la. I don't know anyone who reads like, la, 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 but obviously I do. So I read the back and didn't really take it in, and only when I got it home and was rereading the blurbs, because that's what I normally do, because then I can get a proper idea of the book, I found out it's about Sherlock Holmes' wife. Now, I am a big Sherlock Holmes novel fan. Like, I love Sherlock Holmes. So I'm a little bit wary when I see like spin-offs where it's about his wife or about his children. It kind of makes me a bit annoyed sometimes. I don't know why. Maybe I just love the idea of Sherlock being so like prim and proper. The entire volume as well of every single Sherlock Holmes story. It's upstairs, so I'm not going to go get it because I'm quite comfy. But so I'm a little bit wary about reading this. I haven't read it yet. Basically, she's called Mary Russell. She's travelling undercover to Morocco to chaperone stars of the silent film. So it's obviously not based in Victorian England. Sorry again, my memory was used up. Even though I deleted like 600 things. It's okay, I imported the other ones onto my laptop, so we can continue. I haven't started reading it yet, mainly because I'm still a bit, you know, a bit wary about it. But hopefully when I do read it, I enjoy it because it's Sherlock Holmes, so hopefully I do enjoy it because of the context. But yeah, if you like Sherlock Holmes and you don't mind spin-offs, then I'm sure this is a good one for you. So the next book that I'm going to show you, I read the one that came just before this, and even then it was about 5th in the series. I can't remember exactly what that one was called. Let me just look. I think it was called Dead If I Do. Dead If I Do was about this witch, goddess person, marries a vampire, but well, anyway. So this one is called Honeymoon of the Dead, and it's by Tate Holloway, or Holloway, I'm not sure how you say her name. I have to say, I read the previous one and I was really quite disappointed, to be honest. Because I read it like 5th in the series, I found it really hard to engage with any of the characters in the book. I don't know, it just didn't flow well for me. So I'm a bit, this is the last book in the series. I think if I'd have read it from the start, it would have been fine, but because obviously I didn't know, and I got these from a charity shop, I think they were 99p. This? Yeah, I think if I'd have started reading it from the start, it would have been fine, but obviously I didn't, so it just really did not appeal to me. And I read a page of this, and again, I was really put off because of my previous experience. If you like paranormal romance, because that's what it is, you will really enjoy this, I'm sure. But just for me, it just didn't really work. It said that, as it says, if it appealed to Charlene Harris's Suki Stackhouse series, and I love the Suki Stackhouse series. It's the one that, well, it's what True Blood is based on. But I just couldn't connect. Maybe it's just maybe I'm judging this book on the previous one. Maybe it's my own fault because I didn't read the previous one before the one I last read. But it wasn't for me. But if you enjoy paranormal romances, I'm sure that it will really appeal to you. This next book I got in this wonderful charity shop. It's about saving the earth, and it gives away books for free. It used to be as many books as you wanted, I think, but they stopped that because I'm sure people were just taking like 10, 11 at a time. And now it's about 2 or 3 now. I have read this book before, but I thought, and I love it so much, but I thought I'd lost my edition, so I picked this up because it was free. It's Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. It's really easy to understand, and it's such a good book. I really recommend you read this. Obviously, as soon as I got this book, I then found my old edition, which I do love, but it's getting a bit battered. So I was thinking, like, if I go out, this would be good because it's a hardback, it was free. It's basically about this man. He's well off to do, but he's quite mysterious. He goes to a club and he bets that he can travel around the world in 80 days, hence the title. I will say, if you have watched the film with Steve Coogan and Jackie Chan, as good as it was, it's a family comedy and they do leave a lot out and they do put a lot in. It is changed quite a bit, so I wouldn't judge this book on the movie, even though the movie is, as you say, really good to watch. It's quite funny and it's just a feel-good film. I would read this book because I found that once you watch a film, it then tarnishes what you think about this book. Luckily, I read the book before I saw the film. A book that's a prime example, which I will soon be reviewing, is Stardust. I saw the film before, I saw the film before I read the book, and let me just tell you, the book is completely different to the film in that there is swearing and in that it's a bit darker. Obviously Stardust is for children. I love Stardust the film and I adore Stardust the book. Some people don't like the book because they've seen the film, some people don't like the film because they've read the book, but I enjoyed both. But like I said, don't judge this book on the film, read it yourselves, I highly recommend it, and yeah, it's a really good read. This book's called The Railway Detective. It's by Edward Marston. I'm not quite sure why I picked this one up. I think I got this in the free shop again. I think it's because it's a detective inspector mystery. I'm not sure if it's the first one. Maybe it is. It's part of a series again. I always do this. I think it's because I love like detectives, especially Victorian detectives, Shakespeare, especially Sherlock Holmes, and I'm kind of looking forward to this. I think it's about trains. Not too sure, but it should be because it's about a railway. That's all I can say about this one, but I am kind of looking forward to reading it. Might not be everyone's cup of tea, might not be my cup of tea, but we'll just have to see. It does say a grand romp, very much a romp. Oh dear. Oh dear. Not that kind. Anyway, a grand romp very much in the tradition. A grand romp very much in the tradition of Holmes and Watson, packed with characters Dickens would have been proud of. Wonderful, well written. That's by Time Out magazine. Oh. So it says about Holmes and Watson, so I'm sure I'll enjoy it. Okay, so now we're getting to the bit that I am most excited for. Unboxing my box of books from Amazon. I must sound really weird because I'm getting really excited about this. But these are books that I got recommended on this app that I have on my phone, and are books that I've been wanting for a little while as well. I think there's 8 books in there because I'm waiting for my 9th. So, let's get to it. Books. So here I am, different position, my hair's changed because again I had to stop the video so I could get the box, which is next to me here. So let's start with a sequel to a book that I read a little while ago and I did enjoy it. And this is called Camera Cut Out Again. As I was saying, this is a sequel book. It's Revenge Wears Prada. It's The Devil Returns. Devil Returns. It's by Lauren Weisberger. And I'm excited to read this. I have my copy of The Devil Wears Prada and I loved this book. It wasn't conventionally what I enjoy, but I really did enjoy it. I hadn't seen the film. I've only seen half the film since because I watched it with my friends after I've read this and I fell asleep, but that was just because I was really tired. And I did enjoy this book and I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I got it off Amazon. I think it's about £1.80. Not too sure because it was second hand. It's good condition. Need a little bit of marks, but never mind. This hasn't been as widely rated as good as The Devil Wears Prada. Maybe because they just feel maybe they should have stuck at 1. But personally, I read the first chapter of this book because there's a preview in my other copy, and I was intrigued. You know, I was quite drawn in. I think secretly I'm Andy. I'm just hurt. I would really recommend you read The Devil Wears Prada. Definitely read it before you read this one. As I said, I make the mistake of not reading the first ones and then it going terribly wrong. It's just such a good book and I'm really looking forward to reading this one. And yeah, this next book I really need to contain my excitement for because it's a novel that inspired my favourite musical, which I love so much, and I'm just so excited to read it. It's so different from the musical apparently, but I don't care because I know I love it, and that is Wicked. Woohoo! Which is by Gregory Maguire, and as I said, it is my favourite musical. So excited. If you haven't seen Wicked the musical, please go and see it. It's what The Wizard of Oz never showed you about the Wicked Witch of the West, and how maybe things aren't as wicked as they may seem, maybe other things are as wicked as they don't seem. It's just so amazing, it's so moving, and I love it, and I'm so excited to read this book. I cannot wait. Oh, I'm just so excited you don't understand. It's about Elphaba, who is the Wicked Witch of the West, and Dorothy of course is in it, not as much, and Glinda. And it's just such a different way of looking at it, and I love it, and I cannot wait to read it, and I'm so excited. As if you couldn't tell. Please excuse the lighting, I'm sat by the window, and obviously it's natural lighting, so it's just... Okay, so this next book I saw on this app that I've been using, so I thought, oh, I'd like to read that. But then the other day I was watching this film, and I was like, this sounds really familiar. Like, I'd only read the blurb of this book, but I was like, this sounds really familiar. So... now that I look at it, I've realised I've just watched this movie before I've read the book. A thing I really shouldn't do because of course it's kind of judgment. Well. So this is Something Borrowed, and it's by Emily Griffin, and it's about two best friends, one of whom is getting married to the other's long-time crush, and it's really good. It's a twist, and it's just so good. After a drunken one night stand, Rachel ends up in bed with Darcy's fiance, which is the main driving factor for the entire plot. I have to say the film was quite good. It wasn't my favourite, but obviously the book is meant to be better, as many actually are. Again, excuse condition because it was only £1, I think, this one from Amazon. I just can't wait to read it. I think it's a really good story. And yeah, it's going to be really good. Okay, so I'm only going to do one more book now. Sorry if any of you feel disappointed, although that makes me quite happy because it meant you enjoyed this video. If you are curious about the other books in this box, sneaky peek, then go check out my blog, because I will probably end up taking some pictures of them and telling you a little bit more about the stories, and then you can really experience what I'm going to be reading over the next month if I don't buy any more books. So I'm just going to do one more for now, but please don't feel disheartened. If you don't really care, then that's quite upsetting, but okay. It's called The Air Affair. Try saying that a couple times fast. Air Affair, Air Affair, Air Affair, Air Affair. Aeroplanes, can we pretend that aeroplanes in the night sky shooting stars? Please ignore my terrible singing. Sorry, I didn't mean to shout. This is called The Air Affair by Jasper Fforde. I hope that's his name, for Ford. Ford. I'm excited to read this. Actually, I ordered 2 in this series. My second book is the second book of this. I have made sure this is the first book. Hooray! And I'm actually really looking forward to reading this. It's about a literary detective who, without equal fear or a boyfriend, her name is Thursday Next, which is quite funny because it's next Thursday. Anyway, I don't know why I find that funny. And she's on the trail of the villainous Acheron, please excuse my terrible pronunciation, who's been kidnapping characters from works of fiction and holding them to ransom. See, look at the crime, like supernatural, literary, fantasy criminals here. Jane Eyre has been plucked from the novel of the same name, and Thursday must find her way into the book to repair the damage. It's based in 1985, obviously travelling through a couple of different worlds. She has to also halt the Crimean conflict, all sorts of things, rescue her aunt from inside a Wordsworth poem, figure out who really wrote Shakespeare's plays. I love anything to do with history, and I love anything to do with mystery. I'm really looking forward to reading this. It sounds so good. Apparently it's a really good book. It's had really good reviews on the app that I use. And Terry Pratchett says it's ingenious. You should watch Just Before Nervously. I love Terry Pratchett, I love all his books. I'm just so excited to read this and I really can't wait, and hopefully it's good. I don't want to be disappointed, but I'm sure it will be. Okay, so that's the end of the book haul. Sorry I didn't do all of the books. There are another 1, 2, 3, 4 in this box. I will put them on my blog, so go check that out. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Thank you all so much for watching. Follow me on Twitter, Pinterest or Instagram. I'll link those below. Or follow me on my blog. It's on Google+. I will also link that below. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate anyone who does watch it. If anyone does, I'm hoping some people do. Thank you so much for anyone who's been sharing my posts on my blog. Leave me a message on Twitter. Message me on my blog. Whatever you want to do, please do. Thank you so much. I keep saying thank you. So I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully I should be doing a collaboration with my friend. We'll be doing some challenges, or I don't know exactly what we'll be doing right now. It might just be us talking. I'm just rambling now. So thank you guys so much for watching the mess that is me. I'm Kaona, thank you, and I'll see you next time.